So, hi Alexia, how are you?
Good.
Good. So, kind of tell me, how has your week been?
Very good.
Okay, it's been very good. Um, so let's just talk about setting the agenda today. I know last week we talked a little bit about you and your friend getting into an argument. Um, is there anything else you would like to talk about today?
Uh, sort of.
Okay. And what is it you would like to talk about?
I kind of want to bring it up to him, but I feel like it would put us in a very awkward situation.
Okay. And why do you think that?
Like, we've put it behind us and we don't really think about it that much. If we ever get in an argument, we usually get past it in a few seconds like that.
Okay. So, what I'm hearing you say is that you guys just kind of, whatever the issue is, you just kind of let it go and move on. You don't really think about it anymore. Okay. So when you're thinking about that, do you have reservations that it will make him angry if you bring it up?
I wouldn't think so.
Okay. Okay. So how are you feeling right now in us talking about this?
Good.
Okay. Okay. So what we're kind of talking about is there was an incident that came up and someone else was trying to cause some problems between you and your friend and saying that he was seeing someone else, which was upsetting to you. Okay. So what we're going to talk about and what we're going to use is what we call the cognitive behavior therapy. And what that does is it looks at the way we think about things influences how we feel about ourselves and other things. So our thinking influences our behaviors and our thoughts and our feelings. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. And then I also want you to know that confidentiality, that I don't speak to anyone about what we talk about except unless you were to be in danger of hurting yourself or others, and then I would have to speak to my supervisor and speak to people to see what we would need to do, okay? But other than that, everything would stay right where it needs to stay. So the expectations for the meeting, for our session here, is to kind of talk a little bit more about what happened. Okay, and see where we're at on that, and see if we can get to a point to where you feel comfortable talking to him. That would be one of the expectations, or something that we could kind of shoot for, is you talking to him. So kind of tell me a little bit about what's happened between last week when I saw you and this week. Has everything been all right or okay? Or
Yeah.
okay. So have you and him been talking? Okay.
For every day the past week.
Okay. And has anything been brought up about what happened?
Once, but I kind of just was like, stop talking about it.
Okay, so you're the one that's hesitant about talking about it.
Yeah.
Is there a reason that you're hesitant about that?
Like, it feels weird to talk about it, and it's just, like I said, it would feel like we would be in an awkward situation.
Okay. Even with him wanting to talk about it?
Possibly. I don't know if he does or not.
Okay. So, other than that, do we have any other issues that you've been dealing with since last week?
No.
Okay. So, what I've heard you talk about today is that things are kind of still the same. You two have not really sit down and discussed or talked about anything about what happened last week. He brought it up maybe once, and then you told him you didn't want to talk about it. So what we're going to work on is for you to get to a point, if you feel that that is what you want, that you can talk to him about it, okay? And so, did you do your homework from last week?
Yes.
Okay. And I will get that from you, and then just continue to journal and write down your feelings and thoughts about what's going on. And so kind of tell me what you're thinking and how you're feeling and how you think we done today.
I think we did good.
Okay. And how are you feeling?
Pretty good.
Okay. And how do you think the session went?
Great.
Okay. Why great?
Feels good to talk about it with someone else.
Okay. Have you talked to it with anyone else besides me?
My mom.
Okay. And how does she feel about it?
She's kind of frustrated with the situation and kind of frustrated that I don't talk to him about it, but
you will in your own time if you feel a urge to, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there any other questions or anything else that we need to talk about today?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Well, I will see you next week at the same time, and if anything comes up between now and then, just give me a call, okay?
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Could we see each other?
I could, like,